Book 2, Council. There hasn't been an assembly called since Odysseus left for Troy. Who calls us together now? I call the assembly. Well, Telemachus, I approve of your courage, but why did you bring us here? Ithacans, hear me. If a man steals another man's goods, we call him a thief and cut off his hand. But there have been 100 suitors in my house for 7 long years now, stealing our goats and cattle, our fat sheep and our wine, to feast themselves on while they pester my mother for her hand in marriage. You all know this is wrong, yet you let them get away with it.
Telemachus, what bold words! But we are not to blame. It is your own mother who leads us on, but refuses to choose a husband from among us. The clever woman stalls us with her tricks. Listen, I'll give you an example. She stretched a warp all across her broad loom and told us it was to be a fine shroud for her husband's father, Laertes. She could not marry, she said, until she had it completed, for it would bring shame on her if she should die and had no shroud to cover him. We agreed, and she wove all day at her loom for 3 long years, but at night, by candlelight, she would unpick her work. Finally, we discovered the trick with the help of one of her maids. Now we'll stay and eat our fill until she chooses one of us to marry. If you value your estate, you should order her to choose.
Antinous, can I banish against her will the mother who bore me and took care of me, make an enemy of her father, and bring the Furies down on my head? Never. But if you are capable of shame, you should leave my hall and take your dinners elsewhere. Consume your own flocks, or you may face the wrath of Zeus. A sign of doom, Odysseus will be long gone, and he brings bloody slaughter for these suitors.
Quiet, old man. Not all birds are omens, and you'll only make trouble for the boy if you encourage him with your babbling. We fear no one, least of all you, Telemachus. If you want to be rid of us, tell your mother to marry.
Eurymachus, I have made appeals, and now I'm done with arguing. But Ithacans, lend me a fast ship and a crew of 20 men to take me to sandy Pylos, then to Sparta, to seek word of my father. Maybe I will hear news of him from those who were at Troy. If they can tell me he is dead, I'll raise a tomb for him, give him funeral rites, and tell my mother to take a new husband. Hear me, Ithacans. Have you all forgotten the kindness and wisdom with which Odysseus ruled? Will you let his family suffer now? I find the suitors less revolting. At least they stake their lives when they pillage in the house of Odysseus. But what sickens me is to see all the rest of you sitting by, not a hand raised against them.
Mentor, what mischief are you raking up? Should we spill blood over a few dinners? And what if Odysseus did return? He couldn't fight all these suitors. He'd be killed and never enjoy his homecoming. It's madness to talk of fighting in either case. Now let's all go about our business. Mentor can help Telemachus on his journey, if, in fact, the boy has the heart to set out to sea.
Whatever god visited me yesterday and told me to take a ship in search of my father, help me. The Achaeans will do nothing. Never fear. I sailed beside your father in the old days, and I'll find you a ship and help you sail her. Go on home and join the suitors, but gather up provisions, wine in jars and barley meal, the staying power of oarsmen in watertight bags. I'll find sailors to man the oars. It's a rare son who measures up to his father, and only 1 in 1,000 is a better man. But you have the heart and wit to win through.